Okay, so picture this, a place where the line between right now and a past that's 5,000 years old is basically invisible. Sounds pretty wild, right? Well, that's exactly where we're headed today. We're going to explore the Orkney archipelago, this amazing cluster of windswept islands in the North Atlantic that holds some of humanity's oldest and deepest stories.
I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. What was daily life actually like 5,000 years ago? And I'm not talking about the big, flashy stories of kings and empires. No, I mean, what about regular families? What did their homes look like? What were they chatting about around the fire at night?
Well, it turns out one of the very few places on Earth where you can get real answers to those questions is Orkney. I mean, here, the past isn't just buried under layers of dirt. It's practically frozen in time, just waiting for you. You can literally walk through the stone homes of Skara Brae, a village that's so perfectly preserved, they call it the Scottish Pompeii. You can feel this incredible silence inside the mysterious tomb of Mausho, or just stand in complete awe among these giant silent sentinels, the Ring of Brodgar and the Stones of Stennis. So all these amazing sites together, they make up what's called the heart of Neolithic Orkney. And that's exactly where we're going to start. Let's dive in and really try to get a feel for this ancient world and figure out what makes it so special.
And look, these aren't just some cool local treasures. We're talking about a window into our entire human story. This is a legacy so complete and so unbelievably preserved that, yeah, it's been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And to put that into perspective for you, that puts Orkney on the same level as the pyramids in Egypt or the Great Wall of China. This is history on a truly massive, global scale.
It's pretty mind-blowing to think that a whole sophisticated community was thriving here thousands and thousands of years ago. But all this talk begs a pretty simple question, right? Where in the world are these islands that hold such a huge key to our own past?
Well, they're not called the islands on the edge for nothing. So let's pull out the map and find out exactly where the Orkney archipelago is. Okay, so if you're looking at a map of the UK, go all the way up, way up. You'll find the Orkney archipelago, just off the rugged northern tip of Scotland. It's separated from the mainland by this really powerful stretch of water called the Pentland Strait, and that's what gives the islands this beautiful, kind of wild sense of isolation. And we're not just talking about one or two islands here. Nope, this is a huge, sprawling archipelago made up of about 70 different islands. And believe me, each one has its own totally unique character.
But get this, out of all those 70 islands, only about 20 are actually inhabited today. And that right there tells you so much. It gives you this immediate feel for both the raw, untamed nature of the place and the super close-knit community that calls it home.
But Orkney is so much more than just ancient stones and a dot on a map. This really unique geography has created a culture and a natural world that are just as unique. So let's dive into that fused identity.
Oh man, the landscape here is just stunning. I mean, one minute you can be standing on a jagged coastline with these massive waves crashing against towering sea cliffs. And then, just around the corner, you'll find a quiet, totally pristine sandy beach. Head inland, and it's all these gentle, rolling green hills. And just everywhere you look, there's this incredible wild nature, especially the seabirds. They're everywhere.
And this rugged, sort of in-between landscape, it's the perfect backdrop for Orkney's really unique cultural identity. It's this fascinating blend, right? On one hand, you have this powerful Norse and Viking legacy. You can still hear it in the place names and see it in the traditions. But that's all layered with this deep, unbreakable connection to Scotland, which shapes the music, the customs, and even the way people talk.
Okay, so we've talked about the ancient past and the culture. But what's it actually like to live in Orkney today, surrounded by all this incredible history and nature? And maybe more importantly, what if you wanted to visit? Yeah, let's get into that right now.
Well, the modern economy here is just as much of a blend as its culture. You've got the traditional stuff, of course, fishing and agriculture, that have been the backbone of these islands for centuries. But right alongside them, you've got a booming tourism industry and, this is really cool, a totally pioneering renewable energy sector. It's this mix of the ancient and the super cutting edge that makes Orkney so dynamic.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? A place where the past and present live side by side. It's so true. It really is a place where you can be looking at a 5,000-year-old stone circle and see a modern wind turbine in the background. That constant visible connection between the ancient past and the buzzing present is something you feel everywhere you go.
So if you do decide to go, what's on the can't-miss list? Well, obviously, the Neolithic UNESCO sites have to be number one, but you've also got to explore the capital, Kirkwall, and just get lost wandering the incredible winding stone streets of Stromness. Oh, and you absolutely cannot leave without going birdwatching on the cliffs and trying the local seafood. Seriously, it's unbelievable.
All right, are you convinced yet? Feeling inspired to see it for yourself? Good, let's get practical. How do you actually get to these amazing islands on the edge of the world?
Basically, you've got two main options to get there. You can either fly, or you can take a ferry across the sea.
So, if you want the quick and easy way, you can just hop on a short flight from big Scottish cities like Aberdeen, Edinburgh, or Glasgow. But if you want the full, scenic experience, I'd say go for the ferry. They run from a few spots on the northern coast, like Scrapster and Gills Bay. Or you can take a longer, more relaxing journey from Aberdeen.
So there you have it. We've journeyed through 5,000 years of history, we've explored an absolutely stunning landscape, and we've even figured out how to get there. But honestly, with 70 islands and thousands of years of stories, we've really only just scratched the surface. It just makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other secrets are the Orkney Islands still hiding, just waiting to be discovered?